Hi friends, welcome back to the Guitar Spa where we bring you all the beautiful guitars reviewed just for you. And this is Jarvis here. I'm delighted to bring you a beautiful guitar. And this is the Project X by Maestro. Project X by Maestro. It's a project by Hosan himself. And this guitars retail in Singapore for $599. I think there are 3 models available. As I spoke to Hosan, who is the owner and the luthier in of Maestro, we had exchanged some text back and forth, and I was really impressed with this guitar. And I asked him about the specification and also why it's not on the website. They only made 200 pieces limited for the Singapore market, and it's not for the export market. And it's a $599 in Singapore dollars, which is about maybe just above $400, which is very affordable. But the main part of this thing is why is it affordable? I'm gonna just go through this review. It's like an OM size guitar. This one has a SITKA spruce. You look at that BEARCLAW that is available on this top. SITKA spruce top. Back and sides is Asian mahogany that is on this, or they call it NATO, and also one-piece neck on this guitar. And here one piece, but then here there's 2 pieces, 1, 2, and then 3. But here it's just one-piece neck. You got the Indian rosewood, looks like Indian rosewood bridge, simplified bridge like this, and also here lovely fretwork nickel frets on this guitar. The guitar is not bound at all, and the top is relatively thin. You can see from the side, maybe just below 3 mm. Normal production guitars about 3 mm. This one is less than 3 mm. And what they did was they reinforced the sound hole here underneath with a donut. Okay, this concept I heard it from Jeffrey Young. Is once you reinforce this side here underneath, there's a donut underneath with this, it really reinforces this, and then it allows us to spread resonate the top a little bit more to give you a more responsive tone. Okay, something about X brace is about 1 inch from the sound hole, a smaller sound hole than usual. Okay, and the X brace is non-scallop, and non-scallop, that means it's just like that and then tapered down the side, but it's triangular. This way goes this way and triangularly up. Okay, and the other thing about this thing that is interesting about this concept of this guitar is below this bridge plate there's only one bracing across that is scallop, in the sense, not really scallop this way. Okay, just around there, very small piece that is, so it's asymmetrical bracing on this. And what it does is, without 2 normal tone bars on this guitar, you get a very responsive bassy note on this guitar. Something also to note about this guitar is that this guitar has uses not a SITKA spruce bracing on this, but an ENGELMAN spruce bracing. So I asked Hosan, why ENGELMAN spruce? He says because if you use SITKA on a SITKA, especially on this model, the trebles will sound very harsh. Okay, so a simplified model is rather not to put an ENGELMAN, because ENGELMAN spruce is really more than double the price of a normal SITKA spruce. Is to use the ENGELMAN bracing underneath on the X brace, and to impart, because it's softer, impart a warmer tone. And I can really hear the warmer tone on this guitar. Originally it came with black plastic pins on this and bone saddle. I've upgraded the bone saddle to FMI saddle. I've also removed the DR Dorado strings and fitted Alexis strings, because this is requested by the owner himself. And also the only thing that the saddle was correctly done, but the nut was a little bit off, in the sense the nut was squarish done. Obviously for $599 you can't really expect much. But what I did was basically I redressed the nut, curve it down a little bit, angle, and also reslotted the saddle, the nut a little bit lower, and also I refile the profile down a little bit so to give you a better profile, lower nut slot, so that the playability is really enhanced. Okay, and so let's listen to how it sounds. Okay, he has also a very small piece of abalone rosette on this very thin abalone. There's no markers on the fretboard itself. Clean sounding guitar. Okay, something about this program of the Project X is they use tight bond, whereas the Maestro uses the hide glue on this. Tight bond is for easy production, but tight bond is still a very good glue on this. And also it doesn't have any carbon fiber in to reinforce the neck, not like the Maestro. So very simplified, and also the Jones tuners, which are pretty decent. And look at the headstock. There's no logo and things like that. There's not even a head plate on this. Simplified, very light guitar. I personally like it. Beautiful. Look at the back. Very nice back. Asian mahogany, and also a little bit of flame that is on this. But the main thing is the tone and how it sounds. Another powerhouse. Okay, something about this Project X, you buy this guitar in Singapore for $599, and after you use it and you want to upgrade, this is what I was told from Jose, and a beautiful program on this. $599, about $600, you buy this program, and after a year or two, if you want to upgrade to you want to buy a Maestro guitar, let's say for $5,000, they will buy this guitar back at the same price you bought. So so basically what they're doing is they're taking back the risk back to you and giving you an exchange program, in a sense, when you move up, either you upgrade or you trade in and you upgrade. Really, I think this is a fantastic program that no other brands have done this. Okay. A little bit, new strings. Okay, something to note about this guitar. I mean, this is a Singapore brand guitar, Hosen. He didn't pay me to say this, but honestly, I think this is one of a very affordable guitar that gives you packed with a lot of juice on this guitar. Basically, you can hear the organic woody tone that is found in this guitar. That is for this price. I mean, if you close your eyes and listen to this, you won't believe that this is just slightly above 400 US or 599 Singapore dollars. And one thing to note also is that Hosen actually graduated with the tap tuning course that he went with Simoji. And I think after that, I can hear also that his the way he voices and the way he builds is still the same, but it has been more refined in a way. The tonality of the guitars are way sonically improved from the previous that he had. I mean, the previous ones were really very good, but this was like surpasses. Okay, so so for this price, I mean, he made, I think, even though it's a production where this is done by his folks, it is not even tuned by him. I think it's a beautiful sounding guitar. And if you have a chance, I know people say, you know, well, this is Taylor, this is not Martin and things like that. Come on, you know. Sometimes it's important to go for something that you really like. You know, you have a unique tone that this guitar doesn't sound like a $600 or $400 US dollar guitar. It sounds way much more than a $2,000 guitar. So I think you owe it to yourself to go down and check it out and buy the one that is really good and get all the enhancement done, because you can hear. To do an experiment, I know I have the edge even here right now, and you can just hear this now. I know this is like a little Martin, but you can actually hear the huge difference, the wider difference about this. Enough that talking, let's play. Comes with a lovely kickback. Very hard because it's very responsive. Separation. Last time. The Nutwave, basically this guitar I think is made for the beginner. If you don't have a lot of money to spend, this is one good guitar you can buy for your daughter or your son that's just starting out. Of course, right now I know they may just want a Martin or Taylor, but this one you can trade up anytime. The Nutwave I think is 1/11/16 instead of 1/3/4, so it's very easy. So I've already upgraded the saddle to FMR, that's why it sounds even better than the original. And also I removed the plastic pins to the dyed bone pins. So that's why it sounds a little bit more dynamic. And one thing to note about entry-level guitars, I wouldn't call this. I know this is simple. There's no binding on this guitar, but it's a beautiful guitar. And the how do you know a guitar is well made is when you couple it above the 3rd fret and you play this and you hear it still sustaining. That means it's a well made guitar. So imagine I just play. Notice even though it's braced, the braces are high, you can actually and then because they're high and then they are sharp in terms like this way cross sectionally, you notice that the trebles are clear, but there's a warmness of the guitar. Okay, let's do some finger picking. Slow down the mic a little bit. Last song, last song. Song for Clarice, song for Clarice. I hope you like this. I'm really enjoying it as well. Oh man. I'm just enjoying this guitar. That's why I'm playing it for so long. It's a very mature sounding guitar. So there you go, the Project X by Maestro Guitars. Project X by Maestro Guitars. Simplified guitar, $599 if you're in Singapore. This is not at a website. You should go down to the Maestro shop and they have this there. Almost like an OM size, full size guitar. You get SITKA spruce top with the Engelman racing pattern on this non-scallop one tone bar just here. They're very short, just below the bridge plate itself. So it frees up this part of the top to allowing you that deep bass tone. And why not SITKA spruce top? Why Engelman spruce top? Engelman spruce bracing is to impart that warmness, and you won't get that harsh tone. So you get the benefits of a SITKA spruce, but also the warmness. And also, if you look from this side, you can see the tops are relatively thin, just below 3 mm. Okay, normal production guitars are at least 3 mm or 3.2 mm. Most of them are relatively thick. For example, just look at this. If I show it to you right now, how thin this is, and if I were to show you the Ed Sheeran, you can see how thick it is. You see how thick the stop is. So a careful thought is being thought through to construct this guitar, and lovely bridge, rosewood fretboard as well. There's no head plate on this with a D Jones tuners, which is relatively done. Bone nut and saddle, upgraded the saddle to FMI. I also upgraded the plastic pins to bone pins. I also slotted the pinholes. The pinholes were slightly slotted but not deep enough, and I slotted 45-degree angle to give you that tone. Came with DR strings. I've upgraded strings to the Elixir strings because owner wants a better strings that last longer. 1253 on this guitar. You got the Asian mahogany, and also Asian mahogany on the neck itself. They call it NATO, I think. And the neck on this are not reinforced with any. There's a truss rod in, but it's not reinforced with carbon fiber like the Maestro. So for $599, if you decide to upgrade after playing 2-3 years, they will buy back this guitar, and minus, you can trade this in. Trade up. I mean, you put this. Let's say this is $600, and then you buy a $5,000 Maestro. You can just trade it in and just pay $400. $4,400 on this guitar. Okay, so if you like this review, give me a thumbs up. Maestro did not pay me for this review. This was sent by owner, but I know Huzan because he's passionate about guitars, and I like to give him promote this guitar because personally it's a great sounding guitar. It's well made for this price. Simplified, but don't be fooled by its simplified look. But I love the back claw. Just look at this back claw. I mean, you can see it from here. Lovely back claw. SITKA spruce on this beautiful sounding guitar. Give me a thumbs up, and also subscribe to this channel if you've not subscribed to, and also please share this to all the social media websites and tell people, hey, this is a great guitar, a great site, and if you like, just share this all your friends. Okay, till my next review, you can say live with passion, play your guitar, allow love, joy, peace, health, and wealth to be multiplied in your life. I'll see you very soon. Thanks for watching. I'm delighted for you to be here. See you. Bye bye.